So this is the movement that most people have the most trouble with, at least in our camps and academies. So we're going to go over the right positions. We're going to go over things that you can do to train for it, things to do if you're having trouble training for it that you can scale with. We're going to go over everything. So the first thing is getting the proper hand position. So there's actually a lot of little things that go into a pull-up, although it may seem simple, that make a very big difference. And so one of the things is the hand position. So what we like to do is both palms facing out. That's how we test it in the PST. We'll go over some different variations later on, but for now, for the pull-up, both palms facing out. Your grip, you're going to have your thumb around the bar. All right, so a lot of people tend to do pull-ups with their thumb over the bar. When you're tested here, we do them here, thumbs wrapped all the way around, so that thumb is coming over your fingers. All right, and then last but not least, you have a full grip on that bar. So we're not hanging on by the fingertips, got a full grip. All right, so those three things are the biggest things with your hands. If you can remember those, then you'll be in a good position. Now, going over the body position that goes along with that. So our full range of motion is going to start from a locked out position. So my elbows are locked out, and then it's going to end with the chin over the bar. And then you're going to return back to a locked out position. So the rep is not going to count if your elbow has any sort of bend in it at the bottom of the movement, or if you don't clear your chin over that bar. So those are kind of the two biggest things that we'll find is there's a lot of people who get very close, but we're looking for full extension as if you were just hanging there. All right, so to find that position, hanging from the bar, the correct body position to pull from is going to be in a hollow position. So in that position, the arm's overhead, and I'm squeezing my core. So the more I squeeze my core, the easier it's going to be. So I got a nice hollow position, and I'm going to try and maintain that hollow position throughout the entire range of motion. All right, so basically what that's saying is I'm not going to let everything loose and just be like a giant weight hanging and flailing around and then try and pull that up with my upper body. I'm going to use my entire body. So I'm going to have my feet together, squeezing my legs together, squeezing that core, keeping that hollow position. That is when I'm going to initiate the pull, not when I'm just hanging and I'm loose. Another issue that we run into quite a bit, we see people running into, is that they'll try and use their arms to pull themselves up rather than using your back. What we're looking for is the ability to track that elbow, and so you're fully engaging your back, your lats especially, okay? So I'm pulling myself up with my back, not my elbows. So if your elbows are closer in like this and they're parallel, try moving them out. All right, a good way to do that to start off with is just to hold on to the bar and just give some shrugs. All right, see where you feel that. If you can feel that in your lats, you're in a good position. If it's too close and you're feeling it mostly in your arms, go ahead and widen your grip a little bit. All right, you should be able to do a pull-up with a wall right in front of you. All right, so going over some of the training tools that you can use to get yourself in a better position for better numbers. One of the things that we really like are EMOMs, or every minute on the minute drills. So depending on how many pull-ups you have right now, that number may vary, but you're going to do X amount of reps every minute on the minute for a certain amount of time. So, or as long as you can go. So the ladder is actually called death by, where say you have another way to do it would be 1 pull-up on the first minute, 2 on the second minute, 3 on the third minute, and you go until you can't make that minute anymore. It's another good option. Another one is a ladder or a pyramid. So if we have, one thing that we'll do quite a bit is we'll throw some body weight movements together. Pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, and we'll do 1 pull-up, 2 push-up, 3 sit-up, and then we'll go 2 pull-up, 4 push-up, 6 sit-up, and we'll continue on that pattern until we reach 10, and then we'll come back down to 1. That's an awesome way to get a lot of pull-ups in in a way that it doesn't seem like you're just sitting there having to wait to recover. The negative, or the eccentric, is one of the best ways to get stronger in those pull-ups. So all that is getting yourself to the top of the movement and then very carefully lowering yourself down as slow as you can until you're in that full extension. From there, going back up to the top and starting it all over again. All right, that's going to build the strength for you to be able to do more and more pull-ups. Another good option is weighted pull-ups. So grab a chain or a weight vest, add some weight in there, and then just doing dead hangs with weight. Great way to get better at pull-ups. If you're having trouble staying on the bar for the amount of time that you need to get your pull-ups in, then a good option is to hold. So start with a 5-second hold at the bottom of the movement, pull yourself up, hold for 5 seconds at the top, back down, and continue for as many as you need or you can do. That's also a good way if you are in the boat where you got pull-ups, but you can't quite get your chin over the bar, that last little centimeter. That's a good drill right there, is just perfecting that position to get your chin over the bar. You will never be tested in the PST in any other format than palms facing out, but this is a good training tool to be able to have chin-ups, incorporate chin-ups in the training with both palms facing you, and then also switch grip pulls. One thing that we'll do is a workout like Cindy or Chelsea, where it's every minute on the minute for Chelsea or 20-minute AMRAP, and we have a low number of, say, 5 pull-ups, then that's something we'll do is every round we'll switch our grip, and that is a good training tool right there. What happens if you can't do a single pull-up? That's fine. Places to start. One is the ring row. So what we're going to do for the ring row is you're going to set up either a pair of rings or a TRX, and you're going to start in a supine position. So you're on your back, your arms are facing up. And from there, you're just tracking your elbows back till your thumbs hit your chest and back down to full extension. Another one is a supine barbell row. It's the same idea. The only difference is you're using a bar rather than the rings. So it's a little bit of a different stimulus, and it'll help in different ways. That's the same thing. You're pulling to your chest, and then you're letting all the way back down to full extension. All right, and then the last but not least, great training tool is going to be the jumping pull-up into a negative. So you're going to start at a position where you have the capability of grabbing the bar while you're on the ground. You're going to jump yourself up till your chin is over, and as slow as you can, with your legs off the ground, you are going to lower yourself back down to that standing position and jump back up again and continue that pattern. All right, so that is what we have for the pull-ups. So go ahead and start using those training tools wherever you are, wherever you need to start. That's all you need to know.